Hey guys, it's Doris from LookMazing, and I'm back with another episode of our Best of Beauty series, and today I'm going to talk about eyeshadow palettes. So I have our top 5 here, and our top 5 is usually consisting of the most popular amongst beauty YouTubers as well as beauty editors, and also the top sellers at stores like department stores, Sephora, and also drugstores as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and if you guys have any questions, you can leave me notes in the comments down below. So the first palette that I have is Urban Decay's Naked palette, and I actually also own the second and third edition, as well as they do have a newer one, which is a smoky one. I don't have that one yet, but there's always a debate between which of the 4 is the best, but I would have to say my personal favorite is the original one. And I like the packaging because it has this nice velvet material, but the downside is it does it's more likely to collect dust. But let's open it up inside and I can show you guys the shadows. So it does come with a brush, and it comes with both a flat brush and the other end as more of a blending brush, but I don't actually use that brush and I don't actually know where mine went. But in terms of the shadows, I would say this is an amazing palette because it has this long, I would say, streak of everyday colors that you can pretty much use in combination with each other. I have to say my favorite is probably Virgin, Naked, Buck, Half Baked, and Smogged. Those combinations look really great for every day. And then once you get down to the further end of this palette, you have a couple more of the nice smokier colors, and also a nice gunmetal color too, which is great for a nighttime look. So overall, I think the eyeshadows are really nice and high quality, meaning that they're very pigmented and they're very easy to blend as well. So I think this is a great size too for traveling, and that's why it's been such a top seller for, I would say, the past couple years, and also one that's been highly raved about by beauty YouTubers. So the next palette is the Nudes Palette, and I know I've talked about this one a lot because I had it in my monthly favorites, but also I just did a recent tutorial on it featuring a everyday work makeup look. So if you guys are interested in that, I will link that down below. But this one is a top seller at the drugstore, and I just think it's because not only it's the packaging, but it's also a very close dupe to the Naked palette that I just talked about in terms of both the color ranges of the shadows, but also the quality. I find this one, given that it is a drugstore one, it tends to be, like I would say most drugstore ones feel a little bit more on the chalky side, but this one I think is very nice, and I do use a primer with it, so that actually helps with the staying power. But it does come with one of these sponge applicators that I don't really use, but overall I would say the neutrals that I tend to stick with are on this side of the palette, and then you do have a couple of the other ones here, and I use the black shadow actually for eyeliner as well. So I would say overall this is a great everyday palette and something that's really easy to travel with. I travel this, I think I went to a couple different cities over the summer, and I had always carried this in my makeup bag because the packaging is also really nice and slim. So overall, one of my top favorite ones, and because it's also affordable as well, I highly recommend it. So the next one I have here is the Tarte's Tartelette palette, and this one is a top seller as well as a favorite amongst beauty YouTubers, and I had been going for this one a lot over the summer, mainly because of the Amazonian clay formula, which I find to be really great because it's really long lasting. So in terms of pigmentation and blending, those are all really great, but I would have to say because it's an all matte palette, that's why I really loved it for everyday looks. So in terms of the color range, I really love the neutral brown colors. What I find special is more the purple range, because the other palettes tend to be more heavy on the brown side. I thought it was really nice that they have a really nice range of purples here, which I also love using for everyday. So the next one I have here is Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, and this one is highly raved about by beauty YouTubers, and it attracted me mainly because it has also this really adorable packaging. Looks just like a chocolate bar, and it's made out of this tin material. So if I open it up, I would say another super nice treat is that it does smell like the cocoa powder from when you make hot chocolate, so I think that's something really nice for fall. But in terms of the eyeshadow color ranges, I love this section down here, and this is what I usually go to for my everyday makeup. because it has a nice also combination between mattes and shimmers. But up here you kind of get a couple fun colors. I would say the only colors that I don't really use is this really pink one right here. Kind of looks a little bit chalky on my skin tone, and this purple one right here is not something that I typically go towards, but otherwise everything else here is something that I really love and definitely go towards. And in terms of pigmentation, they are all really nice and pigmented. You don't really need a lot in terms of getting the nice color, but in terms of blending, also very smooth too. So overall, great palette, and it's also something fun. The last palette I have here is the Lorac Pro Palette, which is a also highly recommended one and top seller. So because I think it has this great combination of both shimmers and mattes, and I think also the size of this palette is super great for travel. This one I have been traveling with a lot for the fall, and most of the colors that I tend to use are the side here for everyday, but also here for great smoky eye. And I don't think there's any color here that I dislike. I pretty much choose everything. And also the formula is really, really nice and rich. I would say you just need a light hand in terms of grabbing the pigment, because especially with the smokier colors, I find that tends to be a little bit of a fallout. So I would say that's the only thing that I would be careful about. But otherwise, really beautiful colors and great quality eyeshadows. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you do have any questions on any of the palettes, definitely let me know down in the comments below, and let me know if there is your favorite palette that we didn't feature in the top 5, as I would love to know what other palettes you guys love and use. So let me know also in the comments below. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time, and don't forget to subscribe.